साइंस में थोड़ा थोड़ा आता है।
मैथ्स एकदम बोरिंग, सही नहीं लगता। बहुत बोरिंग लगता है।
नहीं, बहुत बोरिंग लगता है।
अच्छा नहीं लगता है, बहुत बोरिंग है।
So hi, I'm Dr. Megha Bhatt, educationist and scientist by profession. Not very ambitious about reaching heights, but striving towards whatever I wanted to do. So I think I've established my Sinotech with the philosophy of exposure leads to exploration and exploration to innovation. So welcome to this wonderful place where children are into what we call it to be the journey of exposure, and where they will start thinking and leading towards innovation. As Confucius once said, that tell me and I forget, show me and I may remember, and involve me and I am for it. So I think છોકરાઓને આપણે ઇન્વોલ્વ કરીએ કોઈ પણ વસ્તુમાં with live demonstration, with engaging activities, and they are there, the topic just gets transpired in their brains just without any efforts. So that is what the ideology is all about. So basically, as I said, that with tuition classes around, it's a typical rote learning what you speak. So if at all, I'll just give you a very simple example. Whenever you ask them to make up some project or something like that, then, first of all, they will just ask a teacher or a parent, what could be done, and whatever is in that year, say groundwater table or rainwater harvesting or something, they will say, oh, wonderful, wonderful, I got an idea. They will open up free resources like YouTube. Look at some 5-7 videos related to that, और एक वीडियो में एकदम क्लिक हो गया, ओके सब मटेरियल है मेरे पास, सब कुछ है, आई कैन जस्ट गैदर एवरीथिंग एंड इमीडिएटली start with my project, and beautifully the project is ready, and parents are also equally excited to show it to friends and neighbors what my son has made. But my dear child, that's not your own intellectual property. It is the copy pasted project, and still we are excited enough to show it to people. So આપણે એવું કહીએ કે PM ઇનોવેશનની વાત કરે તો ઇનોવેશન ક્યાંથી આવશે આવી રીતે મને તો નથી લાગતું. એટલે with that thought, I think we really thought કે આપણે એવી મેથડ હોય કે એક્સપિરિયન્શિયલ લર્નિંગ, આપણે જે અનુભવથી આવિષ્કારની વાત કરીએ છીએ કે અનુભવ તમે કરાવો એટલે ને એટલું બધું સુંદર આવડે છે કે ત્યારે તમે એને એના વિશે સવાલ પૂછો તો પણ બાળક જવાબ આપી શકે, એને લખવાનું કહો તો પણ એ લખી શકે. He or she has to be put up with something where there is a scientific vocabulary inside what you're teaching, and for that probably you try giving them some wonderful crossword or word search which will have a recap of whatever they learned to build up their vocabulary. And I think સરસ સમજાયું હશે તો પછી એ આવિષ્કાર સુધી જતા વાર નહીં લાગે. So basically, as I said earlier, the thought process was something different, and in the city, either they are conceptual learning or typically what you call it to be rote learning or tuition classes as we call it. And there are beautiful experimental learning centers like community science centers, but there is nothing which actually clubs the two, and this technique is called as experiential learning. So it is not about only an experiment. Science is not only about experiments. Up to grade 5, it's only EVS, that is environment around us, and they're learning about whatever around us in terms of our helpers or animals, plants, and so on. But it's like, if I just give you one example, this is what we have made a snake, right? So it's not only about the craft activity what we are doing, it's not an art class, but it is definitely a science class where they are trying to learn about the scales, okay? That whenever the snake is able to eat up the entire deer, which is probably 5 times its own size, how is it possible? And that is possible only because of the expansion of the scales what he has in his body. So this is called as what you call it to be an experiential learning, where it is not only about the experiments, but it is about use of multiple language and exposing them to different methods to teach one specific topic. Say audiovisual, live demonstrations, experiments whenever possible, creative craft work, as I said, storytelling, which is so effective till grade 5 because they love listening to stories and they get engaged and being held up so very tightly. And field trip is something very, very essential. Whatever they learn on the field, it could be never ever learned in the classroom. That's what I feel. And they must know that an expert knows much more than us in a specific topic wherever we are trying to visit. So suppose in grade 4, if they are learning about my teeth, the dental clinic visit is must and meeting up with a dentist is must. So I think that's where the method comes into picture, which is typically an experiential learning method. Yeah, so basically, I always cater to university children. So first, I love teaching higher grades, but then, slowly I realized that younger you start or younger you begin, they are so tender that you can mold them the way you want to. So in grade 2 and 3, I use a lot of movies and masti where they start loving or liking the subject. And then grade 4 and 5, you make them inclined towards the subject. And formally from grade 6 onwards, it's like all the concepts like sound, light, force, motion, whatever gets introduced, it runs till grade 10 and 12. So the complete curriculum starts from grade 6 onwards, what we call, where whatever they are learning in the textbook gets covered not only theoretically but also experientially. So I think from grade 2 to grade 10, it's more about learning everything in a fun way.
Science is future, maths is universe, and together they are infinite. In today's time, when education has become more of a professional business, we salute to teachers like Dr. Megha, who thinks about the learning quality of children from such a tender age that they aspire to contribute to a bright future. Thank you so much.